All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Throw left, throw left.
So after the INT, it's Bortles eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Mason Foster in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Spread right, 72.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's the way to hit.
Now a former Seminole. This is Chris Thompson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down is Smith. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Doxson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Bortles. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 23 yards on the play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Lucy.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. In his second year with the Jags, here's Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run with Thompson, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got 11. Single. Set. Yellow. Liz.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hank.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 Ricky.
Shotgun now for Bortles. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Out to the left here to Reed. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, on. Hey, let's roll.
What's number 86? Watch 86.
Yellow.
Single, slot. Hey.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready? Let's go. 15.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hank.
Bortles now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Trips left.
On second down, here's Bortles. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Omaha. Hank.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Spread left. 372.
Now Bortles again. And he's got Moncrief. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the move to his left. He'll check this one off to Fournette. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check.
339, Lucy. 380.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
A spin. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bortles to throw once more. Jumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Bortles. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cole. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Motion man. Watch 12. Single receiver.
11B.
Single receiver.
Now Bortles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Bortles now on first down. That incomplete to D.D. Westbrook. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go deep. That 580. 15.
To throw on second down is Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Hey, back up. Win left. Mike's 50. Hey, slot.
From the gun, here's Smith. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll roll him out right, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lucy, Lucy. Lucy, Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
11.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
11. 372.
Bortles now to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Bortles got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's the run with Peterson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Bliss. Orange.
On second down, here's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
I said wide 80. Rip. Yellow. Good Bliss. Orange.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to take a shot to the end zone and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. He goes underneath for Yeldon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Bortles going to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, guys, check it out.
Green 80. Green 80.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tight end right.
Go left.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
Mike 39, Lucy. Green, it's all right. It's all right.
54 is Mike. 54.
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Single. I got a single.
372. Green, it's all right. Hank. He don't know no better.
He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. And here come the Redskins now. This remains a 1-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out this game. What a great feeling for both sides of the ball.
It'll be a better feeling if the offense can just seal this thing. We'll see if they can do it.
You trying to say the defense doesn't want to go back out there again?
That's correct.
Okay.
Smith going to throw it. And fights him off. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Smith to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Back to throw. Caught. Severian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now Thompson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Boom.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
Lucy.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
One final try now for Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they